Sonic the Hedgehog has seen himself in a number of life or death situations, usually with the entire world at stake. But has a dude ever actually just been straight up murdered? Well, yes, but that's besides the point. The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog is a visual novel made by the social people at Sega. It was just randomly shadow dropped on Twitter by the Sonic social media account on April 1st as a joke. But man, this game has way too much effort put into it for me to just call it a joke game or something. There's no voice acting or anything, but the presentation alone, the art, the music, the character dialogue, everything about the game is just so charming. This is the last direction I thought Sonic would take after Frontiers, but it was a nice surprise nonetheless. This is going to be a spoiler-free review just because the game is a murder mystery and it is completely free to play on Steam, right now. I'll put a link in the description with the game for you to play if this review makes you interested. With all of that out of the way, let's talk about the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. So the game starts off with an what the fuck is wrong with me? Inter-monologue between you. Whoa! This game doesn't have an OC creator like in Sonic Forces, but it's one pre-made blank slate character. By default, this character's name is Barry, but you can name him whatever you want. Sort of. You obviously can't call him any swear words, and for some reason you can't call him certain Sonic characters. That's racist! You can't say the N-word! However, they did not account for one of the greatest Sonic villains ever made, ever written, ever foretold. A menacing force to be reckoned with, a ruthless murderer, and a character with a name you can't finish without your entire mental being sunken down into the ninth circle of hell. I named him Infinite. Infinite started off his new job working as a sort of butler, tasked with making sure that all the how the fuck did I fuck that up? Guests enjoy their time on the Mirage Express, a luxury locomotive that for the most part can operate on its own thanks to the robotic arms that reside inside. This is where we meet our guests. They all look very snazzy. Amy is celebrating her birthday and she wanted to celebrate it by going on a murder mystery on a train. All the different characters have roles associated with them. Sonic plays the role of the ship captain, Tails is a detective, Knuckles is the sheriff, Rouge is a business tycoon, Blaze is a titan of industry, whatever that means. Vector's a butcher, Espio's a poet, Shadow is a locksmith, and finally, Amy is a journalist reporter. They all have designated locations in which they will stay in throughout the duration of the ride. For example, Sonic will be staying in the captain's quarters while Tails is just going to be chilling around since he's a detective. Amy explains the rules, saying that there is a murderer amongst you all. You thought I was going to make a stupid Among Us joke, didn't you? You swine. I'm above such low levels of comedy as that. Anyway, I have the random urge to pick up a Sonic plushie. You know, I just love the little guy, and I'm wondering if I can get something super cute. What in the unholy fuck? The murderer can kill anyone they want, but they have to actually have been present with the victim for it to count. Do you think people would care if the game was called, I don't know, The Murder of Vector the Crocodile? That'd actually be pretty funny. I'd be down to play that. Everyone has to collect evidence within the train and use it to interrogate fellow passengers to figure out who done it. You ever think about if someone just ended up falsifying evidence or something, Amy? Did you ever get that far? Okay, yes, I know this is a rather simple detective visual novel. You're not exactly getting something on the level of Ace Attorney while playing. I just think it'd be really funny if it actually happened. Obviously, the murderer is gonna lie to get themselves out of the situation, so question everything. There's an hour of grace period for everyone to roam around the train and hang out and such. Only a little bit after everybody gets settled, the train starts to rumble and move much faster than normal. Oh no, what's happening? Both Amy and Tails are knocked all the way back to the dining car's closet, and Tails says a thing. Get it? It's a reference. It's a reference. You get it? Get the reference? You got it? They try to get out of the closet, but, well, it's blocked off. Suddenly we've become Tails' sidekick, which is pretty cool. He gets to take the spotlight for a little bit, which he usually doesn't do anymore. And now that that's all through, we have the investigative portion of the game. You have an entire screen's worth of things to explore and question about, and if you click anything that's highlighted, you get to learn more information about it. Sometimes you'll even get slight deviations of dialogue between you and the characters. It can make for some cute interactions. For example, Amy has the great idea to get out of here by digging with a spoon. Never change, Amy. Never change. Once you've collected all the evidence you've found around the room, you get to investigate any character in there. You sometimes present evidence or point to somewhere on the map, but every time you'll play a little minigame that allows you to think. Similar to Danganronpa, but also not really. Oh, by the way, I'm saying this right here, right now. All Sonic fans are Danganronpa fans, and all Danganronpa fans are Sonic fans. You can't tell me otherwise. These little runner mini-games start off pretty easy, but get more challenging the more progress you make in the game. After completing the stage, you're able to reason through with Amy and get out of the closet by fixing her Pico hammer. It was broken, I didn't mention that. I guess I should have mentioned that. I'm sorry, it was broken. Only to find out... yeah, Sonic's dead. In the goddamn Peter Griffin pose, no less. I hope some character gets a Yamcha pose at some point. Then we'd really come full circle. And that's where the prologue ends, and where my portion of the review will end. There's many more twists and turns in the game. Nothing absolutely emotion-shattering, but it's a fun ride from start to finish. Again, I absolutely recommend that you guys play the rest of the game just to find out who exactly murdered Sonic the Hedgehog. The true answer may surprise you, or maybe it won't. That's up to you to decide. The game has a lovely art style, wonderful dialogue. It's just great to see the characters all together in a situation where each one matters. It was a passion project not made by Sonic Team, but the social media team for Sonic at Sega. And people seem to really enjoy the game just as much as I do. The link is right down there in the description. Go. Do it. Right now. I'm not even asking you to subscribe or anything. Just go play it. It's fun. Why are you still here? Go play it.